rattle through yours, Anne.
Okay, we've probably heard the story, but this is the story of a girl called Rosemary, who was actually adopted as a 3-year-old from Rio. She was a starving orphan in the streets of Rio. Adopted, brought to this country. She rebelled as a teenager against her adopted parents, Christian parents. And so she went off to live in a hostel where she was systematically and appallingly bullied to death. Because in the end, the 2 girls who were bullying her were attacking her to the point that jumping out of a window was preferable, and she did that and she jumped to her death. Now, the court case was yesterday. Those 2 girls have now been sentenced. But the parents, the adoptive parents, have said, we forgive you. We're going to forgive you because we don't want to be shackled by bitterness, which I think is an interesting term, isn't it? But also our prayer is that forgiveness will allow these girls to be released from the burden of what they did. And I just think it is absolutely astonishing.
From the look of the smirk of one of the girls, I don't know if she's actually felt any of the burden of what she's done.
You just don't feel they deserve forgiveness, but they're getting it anyway, in a way. So, I don't know. Another wonderful story in the Daily Mirror about a girl who was a 20-year-old girl who was out drinking, and she was cut when a pint glass was shoved in her face by another girl thug. The trouble is the girl thug got away before anyone could get a proper description or the police could find her. Police basically couldn't find her. She traced her on Facebook. She did all the detective work through Facebook, spent days and days, the victim did it.
She recognised someone.
She recognised a friend of a friend of hers.
And she searched through.
And she searched through Facebook, and in the end she found her, put the police onto her, and
there's a fantastic twist. The police go to the woman, the attacker's home, and she's not there. The police come back to the victim and say, well, you found out where she lives, is there any chance you could tell us where she works? Right? So the woman, the victim, finds out where the attacker works, and then the police go. That's what you call detective work.
And she says, I'm just a receptionist, but I ended up doing all the detective
Good for her.
Excellent, good on her. Next one, this is fascinating.
And the attacker, what did that? The attacker got, if I remember right, 100, 120 hours of community service?
Right, yeah.
For glassing someone. You see, that is not a punishment.
She could have lost her eyes.
The crime.
Yeah, no, it's not. This one is unbelievable. Right, the headline is Brain-Eating Tribe Helps to Enrich the Understanding of Mad Cow Disease. Now, this is a tribe called the Four tribe, who live in Papua New Guinea, who practiced for a while, for a sort of murky period in their history, they practiced cannibalism. In fact, they specialised in eating the brains of
It's not a part of Germany, is it, by any chance?
No.
It's not been annexed at any point?
Papua New Guinea.
Okay.
Right, but what is interesting is that doing that was not good for them and actually produced a mutation in their DNA. And now they've actually, Darwin would be, this confirms all of Darwin thing, through, well, it's very complicated to say, but basically they've shown that humans can...
The survivors have got a gene that effectively protects them from variant CJD.
Thank you.
Yes, there we go.
Yes, and the gene has now survived through, and so basically they have evolved.
So we can now go back to feeding
evolved.
cows, ground-up cows, because we won't get CJD because of the cannibals in Papua New Guinea.
The point of the story is that they've actually produced a human evolutionist, an amazing human evolution within about 50 years.
Okay, quickly, chemicals on women's face.
515 chemicals
you bothered by that,
on the average. No, because everything's a chemical. They say the worst thing is perfume, which uses up to about 250 different chemicals. So you spray a quick spray of perfume that's 250 chemicals, but not all of them are bad. I mean, whoever said all of them were bad?
Okay, fair
H2O
point.
is a chemical, for heaven's sake.
Yeah, very, very true, very true. Scott, let's